Hi everyone, it's Mike from Active Tameside. I'm just going to take you through some key stage 1 activities for you to do back at home. First of all, we'll start off with a warm-up. I've got 4 cones out in front of me that you can just see under my knee here. Alright, we're just going to jog out. I've got 4 cones to start with. I'm going to jog out to the top one, jog back in. I want you to do that 3 times. Okay, then I'm going to side step out to the top one, come back in, do that 3 times. And then we're going to go backwards and forwards to each cone. So I'll just show you once. Alright, first up, just a jog. Just round the line of cones. I want you to do that 3 times. And we're going to side step round the cones. I want you to do that one 3 times. Okay, then we're going to go backwards and forwards to each cone that's there. Okay, so I've got 4 cones in front of me. I'm going to go forwards to the first cone, backwards, and out to the second cone, backwards, out to the third, backwards, top one, backwards, and do that 3 times. I'll show you very quickly. So it's forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, and then back round to the end. I want you to do that 3 times just to get you nice and warm. Okay, moving on to our second task after our warm-up. As you can see, just under my knee again, we've got a boxed out area, alright, with different coloured cones. I have a yellow cone, an orange cone, a purple cone and a green cone, and I've just put a spot down in the middle. Okay, in this little activity we're going to be working on agility, so it's sharp, fast movements, moving to each different cone. You will need someone to work with this one, or you can do it by yourself like I'm going to do, but it makes it a bit more interesting if you've got someone to shout a coloured cone out for you. So I'm going to start in the middle. I do have a spot on the floor down there. I'm just going to shout the colours out myself. I'm going to move sideways sharply to a coloured cone that I shout out, okay, and then go back to the middle. Like I said, it is good if you have someone to shout the colours out for you because it's a bit more of a test. Alright, so I'm going to go back into the square and show you. Okay, so I'm stood on my spot in the middle. Alright, I'm going to ask for someone to shout the colour out for me, but I've got no one here with me today, so I'm just going to shout the colour myself. So I'm going to go purple, so I'm moving nice and fast, getting down to that cone. Yellow, moving down to that cone nice and fast. Okay, orange, moving to orange. Green, yellow. Okay, and back to the middle every time. It's short, sharp, fast movements. Okay, working on agility. Alright, that's really good one for your agility. Sharp, fast movements. Okay, right, we're going to move on to our next little activity in our lesson today. We're going to go on to a bit of an agility run now. Okay, so like last time in the box, it was about getting short, sharp movements. Alright, this is going to be a bit of an agility run. You're changing direction quickly. Now out in front of you, using the cones that I use with my box, so the green, yellow and purple and orange cone again, I've made like a little zigzag, okay, with my cones. So I'm going to be moving and changing direction in a zigzag, alright, to see how fast I can run this time in. Now, if you have a family member with you, alright, and they have a little watch or they can count it for you, you could see how fast you can get this activity done in. Now, when you're changing direction on the cones, what I want you to do is get your knees nice and low so you're pushing off to the next direction. So I'll quickly show you before I show you the full activity. So I've got my red spot in front of me here. I'm going to be running to my green cone first, then to the yellow, then to the purple, then to the orange. But when I'm changing direction, I'll show you when I get to the first green cone. When I get to the first green cone, I want to be getting nice and low and pushing off on my foot. Pushing off on my right foot into the direction I'm going to. Alright? So I'll quickly show you again. When I get to the green cone, getting nice and low and pushing off. Alright, left foot this time, pushing off. Okay, I'm getting nice and low. And I'm pushing off, getting nice and low to move into change direction. Alright, now like I said before, this activity can be a little bit of a challenge. You could also vary it with your family if you want to make it a bit of a longer distance. Okay, that is absolutely fine, not a problem. But remember, you're working on keeping that agility, changing direction really fast. So I'm going to try and time myself. So I've got my stopwatch on myself. Alright, hopefully I can get a good time. I'm hoping you guys will be quicker than me. I'm going to start on my red spot here. So are you ready? You'll be able to watch me go all the way through it. If we go. I'm changing direction quickly. Okay, these are short, sharp movements that we're looking for. Now, in the distance I did it, okay, it's not very far. It's not very far at all. I managed to complete that course in 6.33 seconds. All right, but remember, it's changing direction very, very sharply. All right, getting nice and low with the knees. All right, and then you'll be able to get really, really good push off, good spring, and it'll be a lot faster for yourself. Give that one a go. All right, we're going to move on a little bit from the agility now. We're going to start using a bit more equipment. We're going to work on some rolling, some throwing, and then the next activity is going to be some catching to finish with. As you can see in front of me, I have 2 red dodgeballs, and a bit further in the distance I've got 10 taller cones, and I've set them up like we was going 10-pin bowling. So the activity is going to be rolling to start with. Okay, then we're going to throw at the cones as well. All right, so I'm going to show you the technique of how to roll properly to try and knock these cones over. So as you can see out in front of me, I've got 2 dodgeballs, and I have 10 cones that are going to be classed as the pins for our bowling. So the technique of rolling the ball properly, I'll put this one down. All right, I'm right-handed, so the ball's in my right hand, get a nice good grip underneath the ball, and I'm going to point my left foot, my left toes, towards the cones at the other end over there. Now, to make it easier for you, you can move the spot forward if you like. All right, and if you want a bit more of a challenge, you could move it back again. All right, but we're going to roll from the spot where it is. So, rolling, my left foot is pointing towards my target, which are the 10 cones down there, which are classed as the bowling pins. I'm going to see how many I can get over in my first go. So again, on the spot, toes facing towards the ball, opposite arm, opposite leg. I'm going to get nice and low, see how many I can get over. All right, 2 down on that one, 2 down on my first go. Hopefully I can get a few more. Here we go, same technique, opposite arm, opposite leg, left toes facing forward, right arm with the ball, nice and low. All right, so there, I finished up getting 4 cones down out of the 10. All right, hopefully you can beat me, get a few more than me. So I got 4 out of 10. Like I said before, with the rolling, I'm right-handed. I've got it in my right hand. All right, left toes facing forward. Okay, and it gets nice and low. So it starts off nice and low to the ground. See if you can beat I 4 out of 10. Right, same setup. Still got the 10 cones there. 2 dodgeballs again. Going to work on some throwing now, but we're going to work on 2 different throws. All right, in the same game. So we're going to work on an overarm throw and an underarm throw. Now, it's up to you what you want to decide, whether you want to throw underarm first or overarm first. But the overarm throw is going to be a little bit more powerful. So I'm going to use my overarm throw first to see how many I can get down first. So with my overarm throw, this is what we're going to do. Not far off from the same technique when you're rolling. So it's going to be opposite arm, opposite leg again. All right, but this one's going to come from near your ear. So when I'm facing the cones this way, so say if my cones are over this side, I'm going to get the ball next to me here. Toes again facing this way, I'm going to get my arms like this. I'm going to use my left arm as the pointer towards the target. So I'm going to point at them cones and I'm going to throw as powerful as I can. When I'm throwing through, all right, I'm going to try and follow through, okay, with your right foot. So it's a powerful throw, aiming at the target, follow through when you're throwing. All right, watch, see how many I can get. So stare at my target, opposite arm, opposite leg, so my right arm back, using my left arm as a target, see what I can do. Ooh. All right, now, on my overarm throw, I've knocked 4 cones down there. I've knocked 4 cones down. On my second go, I'm going to use an underarm throw. Now, very similar technique than when you are rolling, but you're not getting very low to get the ball to the ground. This time, very similar technique from the roll, all right, but we're not rolling it across the ground. This time we're going to throw it in the air towards the cones. So for my first shot, I've got 4 down. So let's see if I can get a few more down with my underarm throw. So again, opposite arm, opposite leg, facing towards the cones. I'm going to throw like this. So it's coming from underneath, from next to my knee. So it's going to come from here, near my knee, and I'm throwing from there. Okay? So again, let's see if we can get some more underarm throw. Oh, I only got one more down. So, I improved from when I was rolling, because I had my big overarm throw, opposite arm, opposite leg. That was a powerful one. I got 4 down with that one, and I only got 1 down. So I got 5 out of 10 on my throwing game. All right, see how many you can get. Give that one a go. Okay, to finish, we're just going to work on some catching. Now, we're going to do some different techniques, because we're going to catch the ball above our heads and below our head. All right, then we're going to do a bit of a fun challenge for yourselves at the end. So, to catch the ball above your head, it's a little bit of a different technique than below your head. So when you're catching the ball above your head, you want to try and make this shape with your hands, so your fingers are pointing up to the sky. This way, you can watch the ball right into your hands. If you try and catch the ball above your head like you would do below your head, okay, it's very difficult to catch like this when the ball's above your head. So I'll show you this technique first. So I've just got the spot in front of me. Your challenge is you're going to do it 10 times, catching it above your head. So, I'm just going to throw the ball above my head. I'm going to make this shape. So when I catch it above my head, I've got like this butterfly shape with my hands. So my hands are facing upwards, and I watch the ball right into my hands above my head. So I'll show you one more time. So the ball goes above my head, and I'm catching it above my head with my fingers pointing upwards. Now, when you're catching it below your head, little fingers together, and you're watching it straight into your hands. Little fingers like this. Oh, that is so important. If you're making a gap between your hands like this, it's going to go straight through. Make sure these little fingers are together, nice and firm together. So the ball's going to go above your head. This time I'm catching it below. My little fingers are together. Always keep them together, very important. I'll show you one more time. Goes up and straight in like this. Okay, so we're doing that above our head and below our head. Now, the last little challenge, you're going to throw the ball up in the air, and you're going to see how many times you can clap your hands before you have to catch the ball. So, watch this, I'll show you. Going to throw the ball above your head. 1, 2, 3. All right, and I've caught it. So see how many times you can clap your hands. Let's see if I can beat 3. See if I can get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think it was 3.5, that one. 3.5. All right, so that can be a little challenge for yourself and anybody at home. See how many times you can clap. So, just to review the session we've done very quickly. All right, started off with a warm-up. Get yourself nice and warm before you take part in any activities. It's very, very important that, so you don't pull any muscles. All right, make sure you get your heart rate going. Moving on to the agility. All right, with the agility, it's all about changing direction very quickly. All right, we don't want to be changing direction slowly. So when we was doing the agility, we want to make sure we're getting nice and low. So the first activity was getting towards the cones, getting nice and low so you can push off with your foot into the direction that you want to go. Exactly the same for the agility run. The agility run that we was doing is changing direction quickly. So once you get towards that cone, it's using the leg to push off with into the direction that you need to go to. The rolling we did after that. All right, remember, opposite arm, opposite leg, get nice and low with where you want to go. Toes facing towards your target, rolling across the floor. Opposite arm, opposite leg again, nice and high with your technique for your overarm throw, and exactly the same again for the underarm throw. Getting in this position, so we're getting in that position to do a lovely underarm throw. All right, the catches ones, technique above your head. Remember, making that butterfly shape with your hands, making sure that there's no gaps between your hands. We don't want any gaps. Make them closed up together. Nice, easy catch, fingers pointing up towards the sky. Catching below your head, little fingers together, no gaps again. Remember to keep these together. You'll catch more times than you drop the ball doing that. Little challenge at the end. That's just a bit of fun for yourselves. All right, see if you can see how many claps you can get. If you want, throw the ball a lot higher. All right, see how many claps you can get. See if you can beat someone in your home. Just for a little bit of fun at the end. Hopefully this helps and you enjoy it. Take care, see you soon.